Good morning, fam. All right, so this morning we are going to be working on the 6-liter. Been having some issues with it. Pretty sure injector 1 is stuck open. So and before that, injector number 3, which I'm so glad it's on the same side, was actually giving me a fault code. I was able to fix it with a little bit of arch oil that I put in the engine. And it helped, and then I did the blue spring upgrade and that helped, but cylinder number 1 is still having issues, so we're gonna go ahead and replace 1 and 3. Now I know what you guys are thinking, why don't you just replace all of them? You're already gonna be there. The work isn't really that bad. I don't mind it, and I don't have the $800 to $1,200 to $1,500 to replace all 8 right now, so I'm just gonna replace these 2 for the time being. They are Ford original equipment, so they're brand new. They're stock injectors. I'm not really going for a big build on this truck. I'm just keeping it as a daily to pull whatever I need it to pull for future projects. That's basically what I want this truck for. It's not going to be a race truck, not going to be a big horsepower truck. Maybe someday, but not right now. So for now, we're going to go ahead and tear into it and start by taking the charge pipe off, and then just going from there. So stay tuned. Okay, now that we've taken the valve cover off, we have to remove the dummy plugs and standpipe, and then we can pull this off once we remove these Torx bits. I think there's one on each side, and then we can pull this off, and then we can get to our injectors. So that's pretty much it. I mean, it's not very complicated, guys. Honestly, that took me about 45 minutes to do, and mainly the only reason it took so long was because there's some bolts that go along here that are a pain in the ass to get to. It's these little short ones right here, and so that's really the only reason this process takes so long. If they would have put this stupid heater box so close to the motor, I mean, this would be honestly a 10-minute job. It's so easy, but you can't really get into those. I use a, let's see, what did I use? I used a short 12. It's not a 12. Short 12 and a flex head and a long extension, and pretty much just use the 1/4-inch ratchet. Once I break it with the 1/4-inch ratchet, I use one of these things. These things are awesome. It's actually a ratchet, and you can use it to get into those tight spaces where you can almost pull it out like a screwdriver, and that really helps. But yeah, so now I just got to remove the dummy plugs, the Torx bits, and the oil rail, and I should be able to get to these injectors. You're not probably going to hear a fire up. I'm not going to fire it up right away after I replace the injectors. I want to drain the oil, do a complete oil filter change. I also bought the fuel filters, and I'm going to pretty much do all that so that I you know, get rid of all doubts in my mind that it was the oil or something. So yeah. Okay guys, so I've just about removed, I've broken all the Torx bits, broken them loose. I'm about to take them off. A little trick, there are some that are right here, same spot these things are on the valve cover. What I did, and you can do this at home, you don't need, come on, focus, why isn't it focusing? See, what you can use is one of these. So this is a 1/4 inch socket with a Torx that you would use in like a drill, and I grinded it down just short and stubby enough to where it would fit real easily in there. And so that's a good little trick, because otherwise you're gonna have to special order one. You're gonna get this far and you're gonna be like, you know what, I don't have this little socket. So this is just kind of a heads up if you're watching this video. That's something good to have, something like this. I actually have 2 of these. I have this one and another one I built a while back for a different project. I don't see it. It's somewhere in here. But this is going in my specialty toolbox, which is this. This is tools specifically for my 6.0. I would recommend anybody to have something like this, like a toolbox specifically with tools for your 6.0, aside from your regular toolbox, because this will have tool specific parts that you can fix your truck on the road. So yeah, so I done broke them all loose. Now to take them out and pull the oil rail off. Looks like that thing's been cranked to shit. That one's never been replaced. I think this guy replaced them with cheap injectors. That's why they went bad so fast. That's gonna be a bitch. Alright guys, so the oil rail is off. I got injector number 1 out. I'm about to get injector number 2 and then install the new ones, and she should be good as new. This one, I was afraid is gonna have some scarring or some burning right here, because this was, I believe this is the one that's stuck open. By the looks of that nozzle, see how black it is? I'm pretty sure this one was the one stuck open. It just looks horrible. I'm just glad it didn't get all the way up here to damage anything. So yep. Okay, now to take injector number 3 off and then reinstall the other ones. That's pretty much it. This is a really simple, easy thing you can do. I literally started 2 hours ago. It really wouldn't have taken me that long if I wasn't stopping to record and then stopping to make sure I have the right size Torx bits for the injectors and the oil rail and all that. But yeah, so hopefully Silver Bullet will be back and running at 100% here soon. I am gonna run to Walmart and get the oil. We're gonna do the oil change, we're gonna do the fuel filters, everything. We're flushing it out. We're adding some RevX. If you're from Texas, Diesel Dynamics in Joshua, Texas, those guys are awesome. I talked to them about my truck. I asked them questions. They always answer. They're really nice. They even gave me the RevX for free. Because I was just asking. I was like, hey, you know, what's another good additive? I used Arch Oil. I was like, but what's a good additive you can add to the oil after replacing these 2 injectors? And he was like, here, I'm just gonna give it to you. It's RevX. He was like, you know, you do your own work, you do all that, so I'm just gonna give it to you. I know how it is. And he was really, really cool about it. Joshua, Texas, Diesel Dynamics. If you are in Texas or in the area, go check them out. If you're having problems with your 6.0, go check them out. Those guys really know what they're talking about. They know what they're doing. They work on everything. They're really awesome. I'm gonna go ahead and get this all done. You're probably gonna see the startup because I'm not gonna record doing the oil change. I'm not gonna record doing the filters. There's plenty of videos on that on YouTube. I know there's plenty of videos of injectors and way better videos than this. This is just, I mean, I do this out of my own house. You know, this is my own little garage. It's a mess right now. That's how I build a shop. But this is just kind of poor man's doing right here. You know, I don't have a lot of money at all. So, all right.
I need to work on that.
So here are my old injectors. I'm actually taking these to Joshua at Diesel Dynamics. I asked them if they had a spare engine or a junk engine that they steal parts off of, and they said they do, but they asked me to bring these because they're two different sizes. So I'm really hoping they have them. I don't want to put these back in. I may just order them and wait for them to come in because I don't want to put that back in. That's going to be a pain in the ass. Jay, hold on. I'm trying to make a video. It's just going to be a pain in the ass to try and take out next time. I think I got pretty lucky this time I was able to get them out, but they're pretty rough. So I'm going to go ahead and replace them. And the other ones, they look brand new. So I want to say these injectors have gone bad before, because there's only these two that showed a code for, and only these two, the torques are all fucked. The ones on the truck, the rest of them are fine. They actually look like they've never even been touched. So my guess is they had two injectors go bad. They replaced them with two cheap injectors, and they didn't know what size torque bit to use. So I'm doing it the right way. Going all out, buying brand new Ford OEM, and I'm gonna see if I can replace these with some better ones. If not, I'm gonna wait. I'm not putting these back in. I don't care. I'm just gonna wait. I can wait another couple days to drive my truck, even though it's killing me inside. But yeah, so that's it for now. All right, everything is done. Filters have been changed. Oil, got brand new oil, brand new filters, brand new injectors. So now we just got to prime the system. So I'm going to turn the key on and off probably about 4 or 5 times. That way it'll prime the entire system, which is oil, fuel, because both fuel filters are empty right now. No point in cranking it when they're completely empty. My injectors sound more even though. Let's crank it. Oil has to build up pressure. Good. She sounds good.